good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, good night. When you hop on, if you jump on the live, feel free to hit me up and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I love when you guys chime in. Hi, Allie. And today we're going to be talking about 10 tips for a healthier lifestyle. So 10 food tips is what we're going for. So we're looking at nutrition today. And if you have listened to me or watched any of my stuff before, you know that I am a big fan of including everything into your diet that is not processed, basically, is kind of the big one. But just real foods and not cutting out all of your things. You may notice also, sidebar, I am toggling between two screens here, so my eyes might dart around. And then my third screen is down just for my notes, so I don't get totally sidetracked. So drop some comments as you're watching, or if you catch it afterwards, I will keep this on my Instagram and my Facebook page, so you'll be able to find it there. Drop some comments and let me know what you think. All right, so hello, Holly, Fastlane Harris. Nice to have you guys. So 10 tips to include in your healthier lifestyle nutrition. Okay, so good nutrition is not about deprivation or restriction, but it is about understanding your food and what it's made up of and how you can ensure your food choices blend into what your goals are. Okay, so what we want is ultimately a healthy body that is going to be capable of doing all the things we want to do. So if you want to hike, if you want to run, if you want to lift heavy weights, awesome. If you're not like into the gym lifestyle, you just want a healthy body that, you know, can help you chase your kids around and allow you to do all the things that you love. So a healthy body is super important. The food you put into it, we've all heard that saying that your body is a temple, right? So what you put into it is going to be the foundation to how it reacts. All right. So 10 tips coming at ya. The first one is focus on inclusion and not exclusion. Okay. So restricting your diet is not going to be the answer. And getting enough food is the answer. So many people think that if they eat 1,000 calories and that's it, that's going to sustain their body. And you want to make sure that you eat enough whole foods to keep your body going. Those are your carbs, your proteins, your fats, all your macros, and fitting it into your day. Okay. And if you're eating all of those, you won't have room for quote unquote like the bad stuff. Thank you. So you don't want to completely eliminate those things, but if you're eating lots of good, healthy, tasty food, you're not going to start binging because you're not hungry if you're feeding yourself the right foods. Okay. Tip number 2 is try to increase the amount of natural, whole, real, fresh, organic, local, seasonal, and unprocessed, or at least minimally processed foods. So the processed ones are the ones with the human intervention. So if it comes in a box, it is probably processed. All right. Foods that are closest to their natural form. That's what you want to include in your diet. They're rich in nutrients and their nutritional value is so much higher than that processed stuff. All right. And number 3, the base for most of your meals should be fresh, like living foods. Okay. So vegetables and fruits, as well as legumes, beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, that sort of thing. So stuff that like grows on the earth. That should be the base for your meals. Eating the rainbow. So we all were taught this in elementary school, at least we were here in Canada, to eat the rainbow. So choose a colorful variety of fruits and vegetables. It makes your plate look so much more appealing, at least in my opinion, when you've got lots of colors on it. And that ensures you're getting the most nutrients for your body, which turns into you feeling satisfied. So again, making sure you eat those whole foods so that you are feeling satisfied eating the rainbows, and you're not going to binge later because your body has what it needs. Try to avoid like white foods. So white bread, highly processed, white rice, white pasta, white flour, salt, sugar, those sorts of things. Sugar's not bad. You've heard me say that before. But adding that processed white sugar, it's not the best option. And I'm not saying avoid them completely. Sometimes it's just nice to have a good sourdough sandwich, and that's good old white bread. But just limit it, all right? So go for those whole grains more often, things that are more nutritionally dense, okay? Making sure that you are reducing your consumption of harmful processed oils and increasing your intake of good oils and fats, such as like nuts and avocados and olive oils and flax seeds. Those sorts of things your body needs and craves, and it will actually help curb your cravings. So your body needs them. To reduce the consumption of unnecessary synthetic hormones or antibiotics. So consciously making a choice, if you can, to avoid eating those hormones. You're going to go for more like grass-fed, organic beef and chicken and eggs and dairy. Looking for those options when you can. Sometimes it's hard though, it's expensive, I get it. But when you can, try to go for those organic things because they just, again, have less of those negative effects and more nutrients in them. Okay, when you're going for juices, opt for freshly squeezed juices and include vegetables in your juice. So throw in vegetables into a smoothie, same thing. Or going for, a mix of like spinach and orange and strawberries and apples in your juices if that's something that you're craving. All right, and avoiding things that are just sugar added into your juices. Okay, you can also use those juices as a base for smoothies. So grabbing, those Healthy Planet, you see them at all the grocery stores, and even some of the gas stations now carry them. Those Healthy Planet kind of juice smoothies are fabulous. So trying to go for those more often. Number 9, build your menus around the well-known superfoods so that you're getting a wide spectrum of vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients and antioxidants, all those good things that are giving you that nutritional value. So having those included in your day, super important, just to make sure that you are giving your body the love it deserves. Okay. And number 10, keep yourself and your family as far away from all those processed sugar items like Twinkies as you can. There are healthier options to get that sugar sweetness in, and it is super important because what that does, it'll spike your blood sugar levels and then drop them right down, and that's what leads to kind of that tiredness, that exhaustion in the middle of the day. So try to give your body what it really needs, and that will help eliminate your food cravings. All right, so which is essentially telling your body that it's not getting enough significant nutrients. Okay, so we'll run it down super quick, and then I'm just gonna post it to my page so you guys have this going forward. You can like it, save it, share it so that you have more of that info. 10 quick tips for a healthier nutrition palette. We are focusing on inclusion, okay? We are trying to increase the amount of whole, real, natural foods. The base for most of your meals should be fresh living foods, so things that actually grow from the ground. Eating the rainbow, choosing a colorful palette for your plate. Not only is it more appealing, it's going to be definitely more appetizing, and fill the nutrient bucket. Try to avoid the white foods most of the time. Make sure that you reduce harmful consumption of the processed oils, so going for avocados and nuts and seeds and getting your fats there. Reduce your consumption of unnecessary synthetic hormones. So if you can and it's available, getting those organic meats, organic eggs, free range, that sort of thing. But I know it does up the price sometimes. So when you can, choose juices that are freshly squeezed. Build your menu around some of the well-known superfoods. And the last one is keeping yourself away from all that heavy processed sugary gunk that's out there, right? So we don't need that cotton candy from the dollar store because it's going to spike your sugar up and drop you back down. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. I will be posting this to the page, so feel free to watch again, share it with a friend that maybe needs to hear some things. Love all the interactions, so feel free, drop me a comment, wave, say hi, like, save, share, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here, allowing me to have this platform to share my thoughts and, my business with you. It is so awesome to have this. And thanks so much for joining me. If there's nothing else, I will see you next time. Bye.